Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk all things dual citizenship, Mexican American. I wanted to give you a little bit of information as to why I even went down this path. Well, for starters, I got a 23andMe DNA kit test about 2 years ago for Christmas, and it opened up a whole new world. I was raised by a single mom. I didn't really have this knowledge of what the other half of me was like. And so, come to find out, I have deep roots in Oaxaca, Mexico, specifically with the Zapotec tribe. And before you know it, I'm on a plane, visiting this beautiful city in Mexico and fell in love like most people do when they travel to other countries. But except I kept going back. I went for cultural festivals such as the Guelaguetza, the Dia de los Muertos, and I really immersed myself in the culture. I talked to people, got to know people, made friends there, and got the real scoop of what it's like to live, in another country, and still in love with it. And so that really is what prompted me to want to become a dual citizen. So many benefits, and we're going to talk about those. This is a perfect segue to what are some of the benefits of becoming a dual citizen. For one, you don't pay a tourist tax when you travel. I don't know if you know, but they're implementing and have implemented for some time now heavy taxes when you travel to Mexico as a tourist. Well, if you become a citizen of Mexico, you're no longer paying this tourist tax to travel to these destinations. So that's one major reason why. Another one is because foreigners are restricted from buying land near the ocean in Mexico. They don't let tourists really do that. There's very strict rules when it comes to that. So because I fell in love with Oaxaca, Mexico, and I'm interested in buying some land or a vacation home, I kind of want it to be by the ocean. That's part of the reason why I want to buy there. So imagine not being able to because you're restricted, only for actual citizens to be able to do that. So that's another major reason, right? Are you familiar with the term fideicomisos? It's a bank trust, sort of like we know it to be here in the United States as an escrow account, where you don't necessarily have a title to a property in Mexico under your name. It's in this third-party structured trust called fideicomisos that you pay an annual fee that can be costly, can be very costly, in order for you to hold any kind of ownership. But in reality, it's not under your name. It's the process of fideicomisos. Now, I don't know about you, but for me personally, I want title under my name. If I'm buying a property, I need to have my name under the title so that I can go ahead and give that to my child or my children or my family members upon my death. So it's very important for planning, for estate planning, to be able to hold title to this property that you're going to buy in a foreign country. Now, if you're a citizen, you're no longer a foreigner purchasing property. You're a citizen of which you can now hold title to property in Mexico. On the same topic of owning property, you might need to finance a portion of the money in order to buy this property in another country. You're going to have higher interest rates as a foreigner if you're trying to purchase or finance land in another country such as Mexico. So being a dual citizen, you can take advantage of the competitive interest rates that they have to offer, on top of developing Mexican credit history. Is much easier to develop history and credit in Mexico if you are a citizen versus a foreigner. Markups, it's a real thing, man. Can we talk healthcare? Instituto Mexicano del Seguro Social, which is essentially the Social Security office here in the United States. Public Health, Secretary of Public Health in Mexico has made it very inexpensive to obtain healthcare. What does that mean? It means that it's based on your age, and if you have any pre-existing conditions, But one of the great things is you do not have to be currently employed in order to apply for this. It's for every citizen, every Mexican citizen. So somebody my age is paying $33 a month for exams, surgeries, I'll repeat that, surgeries, and medication. $35 a month, a little under $500 a year. To be able to get this kind of comprehensive medical care is just unbelievable. I mean, it is unheard of here in the United States. So in that sense, that alone was something to make me want to get motivated and become a dual citizen. Can we talk about teeth? Yeah, you're probably wondering if I got this work done in Mexico. I wish I would have, but no, I got it done here in the United States. But just now that we're on the topic, the $33 to $35 a month, $500 less a year annual premium for health coverage in Mexico also includes dental, preventative work, cleanings, x-rays, your basic coverage of dental benefits. Now, if it's something large, crowns, implants, you probably will have to pay some money out of pocket. But just for the record, last time I checked, statistic-wise, the United States is about 50 to 80% more expensive for dental work than Mexico. So yeah, it's included, dental and health, for, I don't know, $35 a month for somebody my age. So yeah, that's another benefit for sure. Let's talk education. Now, Mexico is very strict about making the young citizens go to school. They must do elementary, junior high, and high school. Very reminiscent to a lot of other countries. But I want to talk about higher education, like college, universities. Let's talk about the tuition. How do I put this? How does it? $1. I'm sorry, just $1, you guys. $1 per semester of going to a university, accredited, wonderful education, university, higher education, $1 per semester of college. I'm gonna keep saying that until it sinks in. $1 per semester to get higher learning, higher education. Now, I do want to preface this by saying that they have very strict entry exams, which means you gotta know your stuff. You've gotta actually learn the material. You've gotta wanna go to college, and no more phoning it in. If you wanna pay $1 per semester to go to a university, that's all I'm gonna say about that. One final benefit is the 2004 Totalization Agreement. I hope I said that correctly. What does that mean? Well, in a nutshell, it means that if you want to retire in another country, specifically Mexico, because this is where that agreement took place, and maybe you're not close to the retirement age of 60 in Mexico or 65, but you still have some fire inside and you want to work, maybe a English self-employed teacher, I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do. Maybe you want to have an Airbnb and manage it yourself and file taxes while you're down there. Well, guess what? This agreement in 2000 and I believe 4? Hold on, let me check on that. I was right, 2004. This agreement, the Totalization Agreement of 2004, basically means that the credits you earn for working in one country, for example, Mexico, they will count towards your retirement in the United States if you want them to, or vice versa. So if you're in the United States and you want to take those credits and, while you're back and forth, you can apply those work credits towards your retirement, whichever one you are eligible for, whether it's in the United States or in Mexico. So I thought that was a really good bit of information for some of y'all that want to retire well before the retirement age and still ensure that you're working towards some kind of retirement benefit, right? Why not? We worked our entire lives for it. Might as well be able to claim it and have it secure in whatever country we end up in. So do some research. Well, you guys, this concludes some of the benefits of a dual citizen. I mean, we can stay here all night. I just wanted to highlight a few of them for you. Our next video, though, we'll start getting into the documents, the actual documents required to pull this off. So stay tuned and keep joining me. I will keep giving you useful information so we can get through this process together, you know, and hopefully you save yourself some money, time, and headaches. That's really what this is about. So thanks for listening.
Wait, I promise. Just one more thing, one more benefit. Possibly the most important one. I know I've been saying that all video, but being connected and feeling emotionally invigorated and discovering this entire part of yourself, this self-discovery, this spirituality, all the wonderful things that come with this this procedure that you just had no idea would come with it are revolutionary. They're really just something I never ever thought was possible, and I love to surprise myself. I love to feel surprised at my age, at any age really. I don't know. I'm just really happy I did it.